Good evening, YouTube. It's Mike. I'm back to show a few records after quite a lengthy hiatus from making videos, but I took a break, and I also kind of took a little break from even buying records, to be honest, but I've been watching some videos the past few weeks that's inspired me to go back out and do some digging, and I have found some that I thought, let's make another video. Why not? I'm a big fan of progressive rock and jazz fusion, instrumental, even soundscape, Tangerine Dream, that kind of music of that ilk. And I've had my eye out for some Canadian progressive rock fusion albums for quite some time. And ironically, I've found the 3 albums I've had on my list in 2 weeks. Just kind of one of those things, kind of coincidental, and it all worked out. And the copies aren't too bad either. So yeah, I thought I'd show them to you. They're kind of French-Canadian rock, progressive rock that isn't, it might not be familiar to as many people as Rush and some of the bigger Canadian bands, but no less inspiring to me because they're really great musicians and these are great albums. The first one I found was a Canadian band called Slosh. I found this in a record store here last week, and I had my eye out for it for quite some time, and finally it came in, and it's an original press from Quebec. These are outstanding musicians. If I had to compare it to anything, I would say it's very similar to Gentle Giant at times, maybe even Yes, but they don't copy them directly. They have their own sound, their own style, and this is a very unique album. A lot of original material on this, and when I saw it, I had to grab it. Yeah. My French pronunciation isn't the best, so I'm not going to attempt to pronounce any of the songs, but I've played this a couple times already, and I'm quite pleased with it, and I'm glad that I've came across it. I've been looking for it for quite some time, so yeah, and I kind of like that artwork too. It's unique, it's cool. So fans of Yes, Gentle Giant, fusion aspects of Jean-Luc Ponty, that kind of thing, I'm sure would really like this album. Staticone by Slosh. Happy to have gotten that in my collection. Next one, also from Quebec, is Harmonium. Also saw this a week later, actually, and it was in decent shape for a good deal, and I love the artwork, and the gatefold as well is pretty neat. This would be more folk, progressive folk, I would say. There's not a whole lot of... It's not very heavy in terms of volume or energy, but the compositions are very well crafted, and the production is excellent too. Everything's nice and clear, and they have a very unique sound too, just like Slosh actually. Fans of Genesis, even Steve Hackett's guitar player, even the original guitar player from Genesis as well. His solo albums are similar to this, but this has its own unique sound. And yeah, again, out of Quebec. Really good. And I love that artwork. It's pretty neat. Glad I got that one too. And then the third Canadian prog rock acquisition is this one from Menage. Hopefully I got that one right. But Les Porsche, And I wasn't too familiar with this, but I love that cover, and it kind of stood out, and I bought it just on a whim, to be honest, and it turned out that these guys are just absolutely fantastic musicians. I really, really enjoy this album. The vinyl itself isn't the best shape. I would 75%. It was actually from a radio station here, but I haven't really seen it very often, so I thought I'd give it a chance, and hey, yeah, it turned out to be excellent. This kind of progressive rock is more symphonic, I would say. The first side is very piano oriented, classical composition, and then the second side is more, I would say, textures of jazz fusion and jazz rock, and even progressive rock like Gentle Giant as well, I guess. But these cats know how to play. I don't know how many albums they have out, but if they have more like this, then I have to search them out as well, because it's just fantastic. Yeah, and that cover is just, I love that. It's like gothic, but yeah, it's neat. Menage, this porch. So those are the 3 Canadian prog rock albums I got that I've been playing all week because I'm really into them. And it's inspired me to play a couple more as well that I haven't played in a while. And one of them was Talk Talk, Color of Spring. Sorry, this camera is not too clear tonight. But this album is fantastic. Pop composition, I wouldn't say it's pop compositions per se, but it's well-crafted pop rock with really clever lyrics and arrangements. I just absolutely think this album is great. And the 2 albums after this I really enjoy as well. So, yeah, excellent work by Talk Talk. Happiness is Either, some hits on there. Living in Another World, just the bass lines and the drumming is top-notch stuff. Yeah, great band, great album cover. I forgot how good this was actually until I put it back on the turntable, but Color of Spring, if you are interested in well-crafted pop, thinking man songs that kind of make you listen to the different textures, then that was a great album for you to put on. And I'll show you one more. Finally, I picked up a used copy of album from Grails, Burning Off Impurities. I have a couple of albums from these guys. They're in the post-rock vein, and this might be one of my favorite albums from them. I have 2 or 3 of them, but this has really great grooves, great production, and yeah, everyone's in the pocket. It just seems that the flow of this album is really good too. Yeah, I've only had a cursory listen to this. I'm not 100% familiar with every song on it, but I know that the flow sounds really nice, and it's a great sound. Good to, start your evening off with or end it with. It's either or. It's great. I like that back artwork cover too. Yeah. Yeah, again, sorry for the lack of clarity on this camera. The lighting is limited, but Grails, Burning Off Impurities. This is a good one. Funky, good post-rock with an edge. Yeah, I like it. So there's a few albums that I thought I'd show you guys. It's been quite some time, but yeah, I'm excited to show some more here in the next little bit. And yeah, if you have any comments, and please leave them. And yeah, I'm happy to interact with you guys, and also see the other videos too that everyone's been posting. It's good to get back into it and get into the flow again. I miss it. So yeah, thanks for watching and have a great evening, folks.